Good morning. What a hearty hello. So lovely to see you all this morning. I am the Reverend Christine Dance. I am honored to serve as the minister of this congregation, and my pronouns are she and her. Welcome to our service. In this sacred space, we celebrate our humanity, our diversity, and the boundless love that unites us all. The Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Phoenix strives to be a spiritual community for our time, one that is theologically diverse, radically inclusive, and justice-centered. Our doors swing wide to embrace all who seek a comforting and welcoming place. May worship today be a source of inspiration, a comfort in challenging times, and a call to action. If you are new here or back for a second week, I saw a lot of you at the door this morning. Can we say hello, wave to us, let us know that you are here? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We encourage you to come back several times as our services are different each week, but what a treat you're in for today with our choir and our orchestra. Benji, let's introduce and say hi.
Hello, everyone. I'm Benji Messer. I use he, him pronouns. I'm the music director here. I will be facing you a little less today, as I will be facing these folks a little more. I'm very glad to have them helping with music. And today is the beginning of our annual stewardship drive, when we gather resources for the next year of this spiritual community. And our opening hymn is Gather the Spirit. So let's rise and sing it together. Standing for our chalice lighting.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm Sam Kirkland. I'm your worship associate today, and my pronouns are he, him, and I'm honored to do double duty today with our beloved choir. Join me as we recite our covenant, and I invite Greg Ludlow to invite our child for the first time, Gary. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to share our strength in fellowship, thus do we covenant. Before you sit down, please, please, please wave to our folks on Zoom and take a moment to turn around and smile at your neighbors. You may be seated, and I would like to welcome the chair of our stewardship team. Oh.
Say hi. Okay, now you can.
You may be seated, and I would like to welcome the chair of our stewardship team, John Palumbo. Yay! You got it?
I'll get to that in a second. Welcome to Commitment Sunday. This year, our stewardship theme is Anchored in Love, Moving with Hope. In a world of uncertainty and change, boy, is it uncertain, our congregation remains anchored in love, a love that welcomes every person, nurtures every spirit, and calls us to live our deepest values. From that steady foundation, we are moving with hope towards greater justice, deeper connection, and more compassionate future. Our pledges are not merely financial gifts, they are the weight of the anchor and the lift of our sail. They hold us steady in troubled waters and carry us forward into all that we are becoming together. And on that note, we have right here a ship. It's not a basket, it's a ship, trust me. And as people enter today, and if you did not get a chance, it will be back in the lobby for you during or after service. I've asked you to put what UUCP means to you on our ship, because this is our safe vessel in these troubled times. Now, our ship right now does not have a sail, and that is because our pledges will be our sail. So as a pledge comes in, we will add a piece of cloth to our sail, and it'll be a small piece of cloth from each pledge, because each one alone does not do much, but together we build an incredible sail that will guide us through these rough seas. All right. Back to the script. Today we tried to make it as easy as possible for you to make your financial commitment for the congregation year starting July 1st. On the back of the seats are sheets with web pages and QR codes to both make your pledge and set up your payments. It is a two-step thing. You make your pledge saying this is how much money I will give, and then you make your payments so that you actually fulfill that pledge. For those of you online, the pledge information is on the screen and will be added to the chat. We also have paper forms at the back table that you can fill out. Need help with making your pledge or setting up your payments? We have volunteers at the back tables and out on the patio. Not sure how much you're to pledge? We also have suggested pledge categories that are on the seats as well to help with what they will help fund on the back on the seats as well. Sorry. Whenever you're ready to make your pledge, however you want to make your pledge, we've set it up for you. Today's service is the service where we are not only okay with, but encourage you to pull out your phone, get up anytime to make your pledge. We will also be available after service to assist. Need to go home and figure it out? At the end of service, grab one of those forms that's sitting on the back of the chair or at the back table and take it with you. And we will have volunteers available the next 2 Sundays as well. I'm also excited to share that anyone that makes a pledge before midnight tonight will automatically be entered into a raffle for a $50 gift card. Anyone that pledges by midnight tonight will be eligible for that $50 gift card, and we will give it out next Sunday. Can't get your pledge figured out by tonight? That's okay, because we will have $25 gift cards for those that are completed by the end of next week and the following week. And if you enter your pledge today, you're in all 3 raffles, so I encourage you to get in early. So thank you. Together, we are anchored in love and moving with hope. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your commitment to UUCP.
Thank you, John, and our stewardship team. What a job they have done this year. Please do all you can to make their lives as easy as possible. I do have some announcements in our community from our civic engagement team. It was crossover week at the Arizona legislature. How many of you know what that means? Okay, the rest of you, there's so much opportunity to learn about what's in the House, what's in the Senate, and they switch, and this is how bills are being made. When legislators know that the governor is likely to veto a bill, they introduce it as a referendum, which means the measure could go directly to a ballot. The sheer number of these, if they pass, would require a very long, tedious ballot like the ones we had in 2022. Mid-year election? Coincidence? No. Take a look at Compass for a list of these and to learn how you can express your protest or support for measures of these from your home computer. It really does make a difference. Our in-person Memorial Garden statue conversation is happening today at noon. If you can't join today in person, please check out Compass, as there is also a Zoom option on Thursday. And last week, we introduced our new director of children's ministry, Blake Rushing. And next Saturday, we have a meet and greet for Blake. It's this coming Saturday from noon to 2. There will be food, there will be activities, there will be things for the kids to do, there will be things for the adults to do. Come and meet her, and let's show our support. And so now, let us draw deeper into the present moment, into our worship and our sense of hope.
Our opening words today are from Elise Bryant, Gerald Kareem, Maurice Skip Turner, and Sam Kirkland. It is a prayer of prosperity that we created when we were pursuing our degrees and working at the National Labor College in Silver Spring, Maryland. I'll say it 3 times. Please feel free to join me if you so choose. The more you give, the more you receive, materially, physically, and spiritually, without hesitation, without limitation, prosperity. The more you give, the more you receive, materially, physically, and spiritually, without hesitation, without limitation, prosperity. The more you give, the more you receive, materially, physically, and spiritually, without reservation, without hesitation, without limitation, prosperity. Am I done? Oh, what did I do?
It's okay, it's right there.
I now invite our children, youth, and any adults who would like to come forward for a special together time.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to see you all. Some of you are here for the very first time, I know. How many are brand new here? Yeah? Welcome. We're really glad you're here. We're really, really glad. This is Miss Blake right here. And Miss Blake is, I think, either Hugh or Benny's new friend. Ben, yeah, Hugh, you said yesterday, I have a new friend, and her name is Blake, right? Yeah, you want to tell me something? You got a lot of money? Okay, you all, that's it. We're solved. We're taken care of. Hugh's got a lot of money. Thank you. That's really fun. Yes, Benny, do you want to tell me something? You had a birthday? A K-pop one. A K-pop demon hunter's birthday. That sounds so fun. Happy birthday, Benny. So we have a interesting together time here because it is welcoming our new members, but I'm not sure that any of our new members are here. So we're going to improvise a little bit. Kate Arnold had to work today. Patricia Wilkie, Patricia's here, of course. Yes, you were here. Good. Patricia, it's all about you. Come on up. Come on up. And Holly Hackney is our other member. I know that you've seen Holly around, and neither of them could make it today, but we're going to welcome them anyway. So, Mary Margaret, would you like to go through our ritual?
Good morning. My name is Mary Margaret McGee. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm a member of the Board of Trustees. It is an honor to welcome our newest member.
We're still welcoming the others.
Yes, yeah, we'll still welcome the others. And to celebrate their decision to join our community. In their intention to be members, they've made a commitment of time, talent, and financial support to this congregation.
I am Paisley Rossetti, and I'm on the membership team. I say to you, welcome, and the others also. We encourage you to share with us your creative thoughts, your life experiences, your questions, and your dreams about how we can make this a supportive yet challenging community together.
It is a joy to welcome you. As a member of our community, becoming a member of our congregation is an important step, but it is only the first step. I encourage you to grow your religious life and to explore and share your unique gifts. So we will have something for you to say on the screen. And Patricia, we do not want to add any more pressure, but I can give you the mic to represent all of your new members if you'd like. Okay, excellent. So the question is, will you journey together with us, sharing the joys and responsibilities of membership? And you can see it there, or there's one right there. Excellent, wonderful.
Yes, we joyfully commit ourselves to this congregation and to support its mission. We understand that membership comes with the responsibility of respect and the opportunity for growth. We look forward to joining you to build a stronger community.
Wonderful, good job. You did it, you did it, you did it.
Members of the congregation, we ask you to say words after this. Whether you are at home or here, we wish for you to stand and say it. Those at home, we can hear you, and now you can also write yes in the chat. Will you reach out to these people in friendship, including them in our activities and fellowship? Will you walk with them on their religious journey? Will you be open to their unique gifts and perspectives?
Yes, we join our strengths, talents, and commitment with yours. You are part of us, and we are part of you.
Beautiful. You may be seated. Thank you, new members. Now, kids, you can stay up because I have an important role for you, whether this is your first day here or whether you have been here a long time. So, Patricia, right here, no, you have to come back up. No, you're not done, and we haven't really applauded you yet. So, Patricia, I want you to meet our kids. These are very important people. And you all, this is Patricia. So she's a brand new member of our congregation, just the way that some of you are new as well. So Patricia, like you, represents the future of our congregation. So will you be nice to her and be kind? Will you show her how things work around here, and maybe she can show you how things work? And can we encourage her as she also encourages you? So if so, can you loudly, like as loud as you want to now in church, and other times you can be quiet, but now you can do it really loudly. Will you say yes? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay! Excellent! Patricia, you have already signed the book, but we offer you a rose. Blake, can you hand over a rose? Thank you. So I like to use roses in both our new member and our child dedication rituals, but the roses are slightly different. For the child dedication, we remove the thorns, representing how we want to protect the children during their formation. But for the new members, the roses are still on. The thorns are still on, because the work of community is both beautiful and challenging. We do not promise there won't be bumps on the road, but we promise that we will be here to do it together. Ours is a shared ministry to help each other find meaning in life and to build a just and compassionate world, working to fulfill the mission of this congregation. So we present you this rose as a symbol of your membership, and welcome. We're so glad you're here. Can you face your new congregation and let us welcome you? Yay. Thank you.
Can I sit down now?
Yes, you can sit down. Thank you, and thank you for representing Kate and Holly as well. Thank you all for helping. We're so glad you're here, and happy birthday. You found a cue? What's a cue? A cube? A writing one? A lighting one. Thank you, Hugh, for translating. You are so helpful. I'm so glad for you all. You can go back to your seats now, and thank you for helping me with that special role. I appreciate you.
Is it me?
There you go. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Each month, our congregation selects a local organization that takes actions on issues in alignment with our UUCP mission, and we share our offering each Sunday. This gives you an opportunity to learn about the organization, reflect on your level of interest and appreciation for what they are doing, and act to support them, either by donating to the offering in service or online, or by finding out more about them, perhaps to volunteer or consider another way of contributing to their work. It is an opportunity to learn, reflect, and act. Service is our prayer and one way of being centered in social justice. For March, our Share the Plate partner is Corazon. Corazon, Arizona is a powerful, multiracial, multi-faith organization working to create a more just Arizona based on our faith values. They equip ordinary people to effectively identify and change conditions to create justice and equity. They mobilize voters, and they provide education about civil rights and toolkits for advocacy. For all that you give, we are so grateful. Ushers, thank you for your willing hands in helping us to pass the plate.
I was just looking out over this, and I'm overwhelmed by everyone who participates in making this happen. Just while that was happening, we had ushers going, we had Chris counting everyone, we had John helping somebody at the back, we had somebody helping with kids over here, we've got a volunteer orchestra. It's like, that's 20 people just during the offering that are and then choir. Like, just how many people are here and help out, it overwhelms me sometimes. We recognize that our lives are interconnected, and part of our journey as a community is sharing significant milestones, joys, and sorrows. If you are on Zoom, you can put a note in the chat. If you're here in person and want to share something next week, there's a table just there in the back where you can fill out a little card. Today, we have a few written. First of all, from Liz Merchant. Liz says, I am happy to be getting home. I was delayed due to a fall. I was finally cleared to get on a plane in Atlanta and return. I think that's an understatement. I was delayed due to a fall. Liz, you have been gone so long, and we have missed you, and we are so glad that you are home back safely to us. I have from Cassie. Cassie, can you just wave? Happy birthday to my dear friend Davina, who celebrated her 18th birthday on Leap Day yesterday. I am so grateful to her friendship, kindness, and hopeful heart. Happy birthday. And I wanted, let me see if there are other ones down here. Yep. Great, okay. I wanted to let you know that Jade is back in the hospital again. She was in, and then she was out, and she's back in again this morning. So please send some good, loving energy to our dear Jade. And I also wanted to let you know that I heard from Val Wiley's daughter, Kelly. She wanted us to know that Val's condition has deteriorated significantly this last week. She had a couple of seizures. She is probably not going to regain consciousness. So she is peaceful, she is not in any pain. This is a long journey that she's been on after she was diagnosed with brain cancer. But it is probable that we will be saying goodbye to Val within the next 2 weeks. So I wanted to let you know so you can prepare your hearts. May our joys and our sorrows, those named and those held in the silent sanctuaries of our hearts, help us to draw closer and care for one another. I invite you to a time of prayer and meditation. Take a moment to settle your body. Put your feet on the floor if you wish. Take a few breaths and be here in this present moment. Join me in a prayer by the Reverend Leslie Takahashi. Spirit of life and spirit of love, be with us today, on this day. To worship means to consider what has worth. Today we consider with gratitude the many gifts of this community, the opportunity to be affirmed in who we are and to offer that affirmation to others. The chance to care for each other when we are sick. The chance to be together to help remake the world in the ideal of justice. The freedom to choose one's own path to truth and learn from the travels of others. The space to expand one's own spirit and reconnect after busy or humdrum weeks with the sustaining truths of one's life. Regular reminders that we must see our world through the lens of love, and the aspiration to consider all life as precious, for if all of it is made of stardust, how can it not be wondrous? This morning we celebrate with all of these gifts with gratitude, for they have been paid for with many currencies. The blood of the martyrs who died so that we can be free in our religion. The sweat of those who persisted in justice's name against hostility and adversity. The tears of those who struggled to build better lives for those in this life. The questions of our children as they understand the world anew and offer their understanding to us as a fresh lens. The laughter of joy of those giddy with the embrace of community. The dollars and cents of those who gave what they could and then stretched a little more. The infinite small acts of service that make the parts greater than the whole, done by those who knew themselves in sympathy with our purposes. Today, we consider with gratitude and humility what it means to pay forward what has been paid forward for us. Amen, and blessed be.
In 1953, years before the Unitarian and the Universalist faiths merged, their youth fellowships merged. They were a little ahead of the game. And they called their new organization Liberal Religious Youth. And in honor of that merger, lyrics about unity and coming together were written to the melody Finlandia. And they were written by someone named Sam Wright, who some of you know, some of the old-timers here, as he spent some time in this congregation. He's a minister who worked all around the western states. So let's stand and sing together. I'll have the strings do a short introduction. Thank you all. Please be seated.
When Michelle and I moved to Phoenix, we knew we'd be joining a Unitarian Universalist church. It was something that had been a spiritual cornerstone of our lives in Michigan. So upon my spouse's intel, the decision was made to give UUCP serious consideration. Reverend Susan Frederick Gray had just been chosen as our settled minister within months of our arrival here. Our pledge to UUCP has increased during every pledge, as it will this year. Things cost more than they did when we arrived and joined. I believe that stewardship is one of the more important aspects of my spiritual growth. Not in the sense that we're going to give until it hurts, more along the lines of putting our resources where our hope, faith, and love reside. I'm also at a point where I'm thinking about the concept of legacy and how I would like to live my life from my next step to my last. And I know that the stewardship I share within this congregation and to our larger Unitarian Universalist Association cast a shadow on my soul. As a result of that soul shadow, I wonder what lasting shadow our stewardship of this noble, grace-filled, noisy, inclusive, diverse congregation will be. I've been a member of more UU committees than I can remember and have never, ever been disappointed with the folks I've served with. And more often than not, I've formed friendships and bonds with UUs both near and far. And that aspect of stewardship is about so much more than the amount me, Michelle, or you choose to pledge in this historic and critical moment in this liberal bastion of free religious thought. That being said, stuff costs money. And I'd be remiss if I didn't stress the importance of discerning how much we mean to each other and attempting not to attach a monetary value to each other's spiritual relationship, and instead to imagine what our lives would be like if we hadn't shown up at this wonderful institution of our collective hope, faith, and love that serves the needs of so many of us.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Sam. So since we have both choir and strings today, we're going to do something that features them both. This is the final movement of the Sunrise Mass by a composer named Ola Yelo. It's got a bunch of movements that sort of travel through the sky and the heavens with different textures, and it ends on a movement of grounded strength, which he calls the ground. And the choir sings traditional Latin lyrics from the Christian Mass. They'll sing lyrics from the Sanctus, the Agnus Dei, and at the end, hold your applause at the end because it ends with a very quiet prayer of the Dona Nobis Pacem, grant us peace. So, hope you enjoy the ground.
Unitarian Universalist minister and theologian Victoria Safford says this about hope. Our mission is to plant ourselves at the gate of hope, not the prudent gates of optimism, which are somewhat narrower, nor the stalwart, boring gates of common sense, nor the strident gates of self-righteousness which creak on shrill and angry hinges. People cannot hear us there, they cannot pass through. Nor the cheerful, flimsy garden gate of everything is gonna be all right, but a different, sometimes lonely place, the place of truth-telling about your own soul first, and all of its condition. The place of resistance and defiance. The place of ground from which you see the world both as it is and as it could be and as it will be. The place from which you glimpse not only struggle, but joy in the struggle. And we stand there, beckoning and calling, telling people what they are seeing, asking people what they see. Oh, I needed to hear those words. Thank you, Susan Goldsmith, for reminding me of them. I needed that because hope feels far away sometimes these days. Our mission is to plant ourselves at the gates of hope. And we stand there beckoning and calling, telling people what we are seeing, asking people what they see. On the first Sunday of Stewardship Month, it is my job to tell you where I see the hope of UUCP and ask you to support it. In these interesting days, there are a lot of reasons that people are coming to UUCP. Think about if any of these fit for you. For some of you, this has been your spiritual home for decades. For some of you, you come because you have good friends here. Some come because they find meaning in volunteering here. Some come to find either like-minded or like-hearted people. Some come because they don't want anyone to tell them what to believe, but want to find other seekers or explorers. Some come because their faith and the work of social justice are inextricably tied together. Some come because the effects of the pandemic, the election, or the electronic world have left them feeling isolated and alone. And some come because they want this thing called community that seems so far away in other parts of our world. So the question is, why are you here? Why is this your community? Why do you stay? And why do you support this congregation? Now, to be clear, we are not the Catholics. Thank goodness, right? We do not have a larger denomination that has been accumulating incredible wealth for over 1,500 years. We are also not the evangelicals. You can be grateful for that too. Who often ask for your W-2 and expect you to pay 10% of that amount and check. We are a covenantal community, sustaining ourselves, determining who we want to be and how we want to operate, and we budget ourselves based on what you say you are going to donate. We don't ask you to donate like you would an organization you just want to support, and there may be many. The ACLU, Planned Parenthood, all need support. But instead, you are a steward of this community. This is more than a cause you sustain. It is the community that sustains you, and you therefore sustain it. Similar to the world outside of these walls these days, we are the ones we are waiting for, and we are the only ones that can take care of us. Now, religion is supposed to be the purveyor of hope, hope for better times, hope for what comes next, or hope for how we treat each other. For me, hope comes from what we can do together. And I find so much hope in what happens at UUCP. In case you might be running low on hope, let me tell you just a few of the things that give me hope. For years, our civic engagement team has given us one thing that we can do each week to make a difference in our local community, every single week. They meet each week, discuss what is happening, and give us one thing to do. I count on them to tell me what is going on in our community. We are connected with migrant-supported organizations and are helping as they deal with this hateful and hostile environment. These organizations know that they can call and that the UUs show up. Our role is to support them, and they are counting on us, and we show up. On the other hand, in looking through Phoenix, there was no one who was organizing on behalf of our trans community. While organizing for immigrants is not our lane, organizing for our trans community is totally our lane, and no one was in it. So we raised the alarm that our trans community is in danger, and over 60 of you volunteered spaces in your homes, your dollars, your organizing skills with this community, and your support. Because of that support, we've been organizing with the trans community, helping prepare for the worst case scenarios, which Kansas is leading its way right there for it, and we are letting them know that they are not alone. We are not shouting out this work because of security concerns, but I assure you it is still happening and it is inspiring to me. Other congregations in the valley and in the country have started calling me to ask what it is that we're doing and how can they replicate it. In just 2 services, last week and this week, we've had 4 different groups of musicians in worship. A clarinet trio, a rock band, our amazing strings, and our incredible choir, including members who have been playing for a few months and other members who may have made it their career. At Christmas, we had a 20-piece orchestra ranging in age from 8 to 84. Yes, this reflects Benji's work, but also our community and our ability to collaborate and create together. The music here is from us and for us at the same time. Your Caring Ministries team and I are supporting people going through incredible stress. And some of these people would not be getting any support in the majority of congregations in the Valley because they are LGBTQ+, trans, multi-faith, polyamorous, atheist, or pagan. We offer care without a litmus test, an identity check, a dogma, or an agenda. I know that feels usual here, but I don't want us to forget just how revolutionary that is in this day and age. And even outside of our caring ministry, I cannot tell you how impressed, special I feel it is of how you have cared for Val in her illness. The number of people who tell me that she is that they are visiting her on a weekly basis has been staggering, inspiring, and fills my heart. Similar to our caring, we offer memorial services for people with unique faith perspectives or no faith. Find another place in the valley where an atheist can have a moving, personalized service lets their memory shine with absolutely zero altar calls for your soul to be saved. We have members who make their careers in the service, activism, or policy arenas, and this is where they come to get filled so they can go back out to continue the work. We are a landing place for people who have walked in lonely, scared, curious, or scarred. I love hearing their first impressions when they had no idea. The term that they use often is, a place like this exists. However you define a place like this, that is what we are offering. This is a place where your minister can answer a call to go to Minneapolis to support, witness, and learn, and where your dollars provide the funds so that she can do it. And this is also the place where people stepped up with airline points, warm clothes, and prayers to make it happen. We are a place that can have difficult conversations about controversial art on our grounds, listening to each other even when we might disagree, where we can show up with open hearts, be open to hearing new perspectives, and be open to changing our minds, maybe. In a world obsessed with power, control, and being right, this is a radical act. And this is a congregation where, and I can't overstate this enough, that instead of forbidding trans folks of interacting with youth, legislating against them, harassing them, no, instead, we just hired a trans woman because she is the most qualified candidate to lead our children's ministry program. And I was so proud to overtly say that her gender identity was only a positive for us. I am thrilled that our youth are going to show up with Blake as a role model on how to live authentically. Now, these are not small acts. These are revolutionary acts of love and resistance and support and care. These are acts that are not being done in many other areas of our civilization. Certainly our government, not in social services that are getting defunded constantly. Community centers or neighborhoods are not doing all of these things. These are things that are unique to a Unitarian Universalist congregation, and in UUCP's unique flavor. They are not menial. They are often life-saving and life-giving. I share sentiments of the Reverend John Wolfe on why we attend, join, and give to a Unitarian Universalist congregation, because they continue to inspire me. He says, quote, "There is only one reason for joining a UU congregation, that is to support it. You want to support it because it stands against superstition and fear, because it points to what's noblest and best in human life, because it is open to people of whatever race, creed, color, and national origin. You want to support a UU congregation because it has a free pulpit, because you can hear ideas expressed there which would cost any other minister their job. You want to support it because it is a place where children can come without being saddled with guilt or terrified of some celestial peeping Tom, where they can learn that religion is for joy, comfort, for gratitude, and love. You want to support it because it is a place where walls between people are torn down rather than built up, because it is a place for the religious displaced persons of our time, the refugees from mixed marriages, the unwanted free thinkers, and those who insist against orthodoxy that they must work out their own beliefs. You want to support a Unitarian Universalist congregation because it is more concerned with human beings than with dogmas, because it searches for the holy rather than dwells on the depraved, because it calls no one a sinner, yet knows how deep is the struggle and how great is the hunger for what is good. You want to support a Unitarian Universalist congregation because it can laugh, because it insults neither your intelligence nor your conscience, and because it calls you to worship what is truly worthy of your sacrifice. End quote. This is the hope that I referred to at the beginning of the sermon, a hope that is not just optimistic, not rigid, not self-righteous, not shallow. This is a hope that is based on service, that is honest truth-telling, that is casting the vision of what can be, and that is joy-filled. This is the hope that is sustained by your participation, your heart, your care, and yes, your dollars. My beloveds, my friends, my dear ones, the world needs this hope. Phoenix needs this hope. We need this hope. We need it right here and right now. Thank you in advance for your commitment. Let's continue to make it so. Amen.
Let's close with a song that's been important to us this year. We sang it a lot in the fall, I Am Willing by Holly Near. Please rise in body or spirit. Let's sing together. I am open. There is hurting in my family. There is hurting in my family, and there is sorrow in my town. There is panic all across us. May the winds of change caress us, even though give me a mighty oak. But I am open. Please be.
So I'm happy to share, we've got a great start to our campaign already. During and before service, we've had a total of 22 pledges for $102,150. That's a great start, but we got a ways to go to get to our $615,000 pledge goal. So please take that sheet of paper home with you, make your pledge, come back to us at the back of the sanctuary after service or out on the patio, and we can help you make your pledge and get that in as soon as we can. After service and noon activities will be listed on the screen. In children's ministry today, Martha and Teo will lead conversations with our older youth, while Blake and Carrie will discuss stewardship with the younger youth. Please join us for coffee hour with food and refreshments in our community space just across the patio. Reverend Christine, please close our service.
Sometimes you want to be like me. Sometimes I am the last person you want to be. I am that. But you really want one of these pins, which means you have made your pledge. Please, please go to the back. They will help you with everything that you need. My beloveds, this place is holy. Our work is holy. Community is holy. And you are whole and holy. Thank you. And go in peace and go in love.